Episode 7, man. Oh man. The last episode, it got juicy. Do you hear me? Like, man, I think, at this point, like I'm like I don't know what to do, right? I knew he was kind of like he didn't want to ask me, right? But he wanted to. He was bothering him. I think how he found out was the part that probably was uncomfortable for him, right? So, I kind of helped him. I got it out. I said, "You want to know if I was having sex with Tammy?" And so, at the time, I was, but I told him no. I
Why
lied
did you
to
lie
him
to him?
because he was drinking.
What did they have
No,
to do
no,
with it?
no, no. Okay, this is what he said. I'm gonna tell you what he said. He said, because after I asked him that, he responded like he said, because if that's the case, then that it would have been similar to if he would have talked to my daughter's mom. Okay, so he compared.
He compared me to your baby mama.
He compared, yes,
I ain't got no baby by you.
yes. So that's what he said, and I'm like, and when he said that, instantly I was like, it's not even close, right? But
At that time.
but he kind of said something about like, he kind of said like I don't know. I think he said something about fighting a little bit. I think he was like, man,
Oh,
he didn't know how to
fight?
say it. Like, I don't think he was gonna fight me. I don't think he was gonna fight me, but I think that in that moment, it was a lot of emotions, and he just wanted to get it out. And he asked me, and he said it. He made the comparison, and then he said something along the lines of, because if it was like, he said that was kind of like, like fighting or whatever. And when he said that, it made me so uncomfortable. I told my partner, I said, bro, we gotta go. I left. Like 5 minutes later, I left. I said, hey, I'm about to go.
I left before you.
I left.
I left before you.
And so you left, I left. And so I had text you. I was like, hey, I'm about to come through. You know what I'm saying?
No, you did not.
I didn't I just popped
up
up
at my house.
Okay, well, I popped up at the house, right?
You ain't text me nothing.
Okay, I popped up at the house, right? And so when I popped up at the house, I was like,
you popped up at my house and laid on my bed.
I just laid down on the bed. I said, man, Don asked me about us. And you was like, what did you tell him? And then I told him. I told you what I told him.
You lied.
And you was like, why did you do that? And I'm like, man, I don't know, man. He was drinking, man. I ain't want no issues. You know what I'm saying? That's my homeboy. Like, I don't want to be out here fighting over no girl. No, I don't want to do that. That's not who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, And you was like, man, you know what? Man, you can just go be you can just go be his friend. Like, you ain't gotta deal with me. And I was like, hold on.
Wait.
Hold on.
You said what?
I was like, hold on.
Yeah, no, you can go be with your friend. Don't worry about me no more.
I was like, hold on.
That's what I said.
Hold on.
That's what I said.
So like,
hold on.
I was like, okay. So she's giving me an ultimatum.
I just gave you options.
She was like, you could be. So I started to weigh our friendship on a scale.
Jesus.
I had a moment, a Libra scale. I said, okay, let me examine the relationship. Let me examine our relationship, me and his, and let me examine me and your relationship. Okay, so I put it on the scale. I said, okay. And I summed up our friendship. I was like, I said, do I benefit from his friendship?
He was a good friend to you.
He was a good friend, but I'm talking about like, so I never thought about it like this though. Cause when you a friend with somebody, like if you in that phase, like you can have a friend and you and your friend can be on some toxic stuff. Like y'all can have a toxic, like not the friendship toxic, but y'all could be on toxic things. And I was, that whole kind of group was kind of influencing me to be who I was. Cause like, it was like a competition. Mm-hmm. Like, it was like a competition. Like, they'll put a girl in the group. You know what I'm saying? A chick. I would put a chick in the group. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would be traveling. They were showing their money. I was showing my money. We were talking.
Your outside face.
Like, that was what it was. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it was toxic. But it was toxic. And so, I was like, it was at that moment where I had to make a decision where I was like, okay, do I want to continue to be this? Do I want to continue to be this because because I'm friends with him. Like we go out all the time. We go to the club. You know what I'm saying? We talk about women all the time. We work out too. You know what I'm saying? But I just was like, you know.
You took care of your friend.
I did. You
let him wear some of them clothes, some suits.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. But anyways, man, it's getting crazy, bro. Man, so I was like, I weighed it out, and I was like, man, I think it'll be more beneficial to be over here with her,
wow, than
over here with him, right? And again, like it's no disrespect to who he was to me. Man, I that was my guy. I loved that guy, man. We did a lot together. We struggled together. I knew his family. He knew my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, we did a lot together. So it was a lot for me to make that decision because, again, I had an ultimatum. And I'm like, I had to choose between, a woman. Like, I had to choose between a woman and a man. Like, I ain't going to choose no man over no woman. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, it does. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay. I'm like, no, I'm gonna do, because again, I still had that sour. I had that bad taste in my mouth because how we connect, like how me and him, like we had that exchange at that club, and he asked me that, and he said that, that kind of like it rubbed me the wrong way because like I thought we had a relationship, and I thought it was gonna be more so like, look, bro, it is what it is, You thought
it was gonna be a better approach.
Yeah, I thought, so what I expected for it to be, right? And what I expected for it to be is be like, okay. And again, like, at the time, like I didn't like the confrontation part of it. So, me being who I am now, I would have did a little different. I think I would have told him sooner. Mm-hmm. I would have told him before he found out himself. But I had to grow and learn as well. But yeah, it was I was like, yeah, I gotta do it. I gotta do it.
So you popped up at my house right after the club.
Yeah, popped up. Told you.
And you laid in my bed. What did you say to me?
I just told you, like, what it was.
Do you remember?
I don't really remember. Tell me what I said. Tell me.
You flopped down on my bed and said, I choose you.
I did. Okay. Yeah, I said, yeah. In that moment, like I said, I'm going to choose you. Right.
And I said, what's going on? You was like, Anderson tripping, I just made up my mind. Like, I choose you. I'm not finna keep going through this and putting you through this.
Yeah, yeah, I made that decision.
And at that time, I was with the preacher man, and the preacher man was just leaving the house. And you popped up over my house and said, I choose you. So then I had to make a decision to make some choices.
Yeah, she had the preacher man car in her garage the whole time. I ain't even know. I was just coming over there. I ain't even know it. She had the man dogs.
Yeah, that was my baby.
She was still
Cash and Zoe.
She put all this pressure on me, but she was still straddling the fence as well. You know what I'm saying? So we had a lot going on during that time.
Yeah, we did.
We had a lot. We had a lot going on at that time, and then like
it was hard for us.
So it was that was a breaking point, and then I'm gonna let you talk about this.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna let you talk about this.
I don't know what you're talking about. Explain, then I'll take over.
Shoot, you got pregnant. So you got pregnant.
The month later?
Yeah, you got pregnant. And I didn't know what to do. I was like, damn. And just so, dang, you got pregnant. You got pregnant. How did you feel?
Terrible. I was like, we was going through all this stuff because we kind of keeping it surface, but there was other girls involved. There was other men involved. And, you was straddling fence with another lady that was at that little party at the same time, and me. And then I still had somebody that I was with that proposed to me. Like, that man wanted to marry me. And I ended up getting pregnant. And I was just like, you know what, Jeremy, you ain't really made it. I got pissed off because I was like, you ain't really made it clear what you want. And I'm not finna keep, this has been October to April. I'm not finna keep on playing around with you. Like, it's been fun. It's been like vibing. We've been taking our time. But it's gonna take Anderson to wanna fight you, to be drunk, to me to get pregnant, for you to make a decision. Like, I was waiting on you to make the decision the whole time, and you're not a pursuer. I am used to people pursuing me. You're not really a pursuer until it comes down to you finna lose something. It's like, nah, when I said to you, don't worry about it, just gonna be with your boy. You was like, oh, hold up, now you tripping, right? But until I gave you that ultimatum or that talk, you wasn't on that. And then I got pregnant and I was like, what are we doing? I straight called you over to the house, me and my ex-best friend. We showed you the pregnancy test and I was like, what are we doing? Who are we? Are we together? Are we boyfriend and girlfriend? Are we just gonna keep sleeping with each other, sneaking, hiding? Like I'm nobody's secret. And I made that very plain to you, you know, but it took me to get pregnant for me to even have the courage to even, like, you set us up to the point of where I didn't even feel comfortable with talking to you about what we are. It was like, just flow with whatever I'm on. And I never was like that. So it's almost like you changed me and made me who you wanted me to be.
Dang.
Like that's not Tammy. I let a man know up front. Like, what we doing? Like, if we having sex, we having sex. If we hanging out, we hanging out. If you paying my bills, you paying my bills. If we traveling, you traveling. If you paying my diaper bill, you paying my diaper bill. Like, I'm like you can't out slick a can of oil. But with you changed me. It was like I didn't feel like, I was telling my best friend, like, call him, like, talk to him, tell him I miss him, tell him I'm hurting, tell him I'm throwing up. You know what I mean? Like, you made me something that I wasn't. And I didn't like that, but then at the same time, I was like, he's different. And so when you laid on my bed that day, and her name is Germany, rest in peace, Germany. We lost the baby, you know. We talked about it on the bed, and you was just like, I'm not ready for no baby. I'm like, I don't know what we are, and I'm not finna have no baby by somebody I don't know what we are. Like, I promised God, the next time I have a kid, I'm gonna be married. I'm not giving my body up. Like, I got kids already.
Well,
I'm
you
cool.
was giving your body to me.
I'm not giving no baby up to nobody I'm not married to.
Okay.
Yeah. So, no, I'm like, okay, so I agreed with you. And May the 11th, on Mother's Day, 2021, you know, we was building a house out there, and we went to church together. I remember that day, and I was throwing up like a dog. Like, I felt like I was going to have to go to the hospital. And I remember, I don't know if you remember, but you stopped me at 7-Eleven. You was on the phone with the guy that you told our business to. I think his name was Trey. Something like that. Hey, Trey. And so you went and bought me a Sprite, a Lunchable, and something. And soon as I consumed it, I threw it right up. And we went to go see the house that we were getting built, that we live in now. And we lost the baby, you know. We decided to, like, just be like, no, this not going to work for the baby, for real. And so that was it. And then after that, you became this person that I never experienced in my life. You were calling me, texting me, like, come over here. Like, you almost like you felt sorry for me, but I seen so much more emotion after the loss. So I was able to experience you on another level, because I was like, he not really emotional like that. But after the loss of the baby, you was like, I'm not letting her go. The hell with him, the hell with her, the hell with baby mama, the hell with friends, the hell with whoever. For me.
Yeah, I let everybody go.
You let everybody go for me. And I just was like, you didn't have to do that.
Yeah, I did. I let everybody go.
I never wanted you to have to feel like you had to do it.
No, I had to let the women go.
Well, we know that.
I had to let the women. That's what I was referring to.
That.
But
we know that.
I had to let them go. Like the friends. Like, I think it's just because of the dynamic of my friendship with Don. I think, you know, it was kind of like again, the friend group. We all kind of like, we was all close, right? And so Don kind of like, he had an energy like where it was like, I don't know if I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, I don't know if he was telling the other friends, like, don't deal with him or whatever. But knowing who he is, I don't think he was doing that. But I just think everybody just felt like they had to pick a side. And they picked his side.
They did.
Right? Everybody picked his side.
They didn't know our side yet.
Right. Nobody knew.
Nobody knew. Nobody didn't even know about our baby.
Yeah, they picked a side. So that was kind of like, that was a thing for me too. Like, so everybody like dropped off, right? Everybody dropped off. The friends wasn't friending no more. Stopped dealing with the women. So like, going back to what you were saying, like, you just said you saw this person that you ain't never seen before, you ain't never experienced before.
Yeah, I want to know, how did you feel about the baby? How did you feel about losing her? And after the fact, like, what was that experience as a man? You just lost your mom 2 years ago, your relationship with your baby mama 2 years ago, and then boom, you start dealing with your high school friend. And then boom, I'm pregnant, but we really got a vibe. We really got a connection. We really got a friendship. And then boom, I lost the baby. We decided like that's not gonna work. So how do you feel as a man? Like, it's men out here listening right now. And then we still made it. So now 5 years later, we like, man, we should have kept our damn baby. Yeah. We married. Yeah. I got 7 kids. We married. So it's like, what are we doing here? What? Talk to me about that. I really want to know.
So I was like, on a spiritual sense, like I was beating myself up. Like, I was guilty. I felt real guilty because I don't believe in what we did. Right? I don't believe in it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you said. You said that you wasn't going to have a baby if you wasn't married, right? I said that as being a Christian, like, I'm not finna be a part of. I said that to myself before, right? And then we had this moment where I got tested and I failed the test. You know what I'm saying? And I agreed to it. I allowed it. I said, it's cool, because I was uncertain too. Like, I didn't know what we was, and that was scary for me. Like, that was a big commitment. Like, because it was what I was scared the most. I didn't know fully what we was gonna be, right? I didn't know that we was gonna be what we are, because again, like, our story, going back to how we was friends and how we connected and how we supported each other, and just that, all of that dynamic. Like, when I didn't want to lose that, right? Like, that right there, it meant everything to me, our friendship. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know what we was gonna be. I didn't know that, we had this baby, was that gonna keep us, like, was that baby was gonna make us be together? Or was it, like, what happens if we don't, cause I got 2 babies. I'm not with, I got 2 kids and I'm not with their moms. Like, is this gonna be another one? Like, all these thoughts was going on in my head. So I kind of like was feeling guilty, about it. But again, like, I was uncertain. So it was just a whole lot of emotions. And then after that, and I was like, bro, I can't, like, after all this, and she been through this, I'm going through it. Like, felt like I was hiding her. She felt like she didn't know what I wanted to do. She was uncertain about me. She didn't know how to read me. She lost the baby. We did it together, but it's like, you had to go through that. I didn't have to do that. And I'm like, bro, I gotta just lock in. I gotta lock in with her. So it's like, almost like I gotta repay you for, like, all the things that you was going through that I took you through. And I was like, I locked in. So, and with me, how I am. When I'm focused on something, if I'm focused on something, I'm gonna be at it, full speed ahead. You know what I'm saying? I can't do a lot at one time. So, it was like, yeah, like, I'm gonna rock out with you. Like, so it's like, okay, I know what it is. I know this is who I'm about to be with now. So I gotta make the best of this. So we just gotta rock out.
So our baby, not having a baby, brought us together. You know how people have kids and say, y'all know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm getting a little emotional because I'm talking about my loss of my child. But you know how women be like, if I have his baby, he gonna stay with me. Like, if I have his baby, he gonna be with me. He gonna lock in with me. That's not necessarily true. We didn't have the baby, and now he married me. So that trying to have his baby, talking about that's gonna work, that's not all the time gonna work with no real man. You know what I mean? Because that man need to be certain. Like, he gotta love me, not because of the baby. Like, once the babies graduate, once the babies leave, what kind of connection do y'all have? And when we lost our child, it seemed like we just got, like, you think we was close at the tax office. You think we was close at high school. No. We was close after we lost that baby. It was like, okay, hell with this. And, you know, I want to tell you that I appreciate that because I used to be one of them I'm a teenage mom, remember? That's how I got moved here. So it was like, I thought the man was gone. The man left and went on about his business, had another kid, 6 of them after me, 4 of them, something. Good guy, but not for me. And so I just want to say thank you for giving me a chance without a connection of a child. And now look at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You trying to get pregnant now.
Who is?
You.
Boy, bye. Where the nearest doctor at? I need a birth control pill.
So sweetheart, so we go through
y'all
that.
Got me crying.
We go through that phase. Okay, we started to, you know,
you had your green party.
I had
big
my green
old birthday party.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And I gave you your chain. I gave you a chain.
I think that's like when I
we
think
came,
that's
we came out.
Kind of
That's
like when we came out.
We came out, and that was November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. 9 months later, the world knew. It was.
You gave me a chain to my mom and my cousin.
I was there when your cousin passed. I was there when your uncle passed. I was there when your auntie passed. I mean, your uncle, cousin, uncle. 2 uncles, right?
Uncles. 2.
And Treese.
Treese.
And I made sure you got to that funeral because you overslept.
Yeah.
I paid for all the flights. I was there for every death.
Yeah, it's a lot of them.
I was there for every loss you ever occurred. I was there with you.
Yeah, man. So like,
Yeah.
I'm
so happy that I was there, and it wasn't nobody else.
I'm glad you was there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been through like.
And
you've
your
been
uncle,
with me.
your family like me. Like your uncle was like, where every time he called Nene, he was like, "Where Tammy at?" I was in the background sweeping the floor.
He loved you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Popcorn.
Yeah, and then Treese last message to me, your cousin Treese, like your sister. Her last message to me was, "Will you go send me my tea?"
Yeah, and then I used to text her about you. Like I used to text her about you, and she used to be like, "Well," like she didn't care none about none of that other stuff, none of that. So again, I think we left something out too.
What?
So for a period of time when before we came out, okay,
that we was together.
People was making fake pages in our inboxes and telling us how bad of people we were because we was together with each other. Like that's something that I ain't never experienced before. Like
they
again,
was calling you names.
I'm not a social media guy. Like I'm not big and I'm not an influencer. Like I'm not like that. So like for me, it was tough, man. Like going through that season where people was just like, yeah, you this, you that, you know, you ain't this. That was tough. You know what I'm saying? Then I was just, when we came out, shit.
So I think the hardest part is, and I want to get this clear before we go to next week. My hardest part as a woman was that I was dealing with your friend. I only knew your friend. Let's get this clear. I only knew your friend because of you were referring him for some tea. And he pursued me. All right. Okay, that was in 2016, 2017. I was only talking to this man 10 months. Together, committed to this man from January 17 to October 17. 18, 19, 20, 21 was just like, bro, let me go. Like, we not together. Like, I had 3 exes since him. So when he used to go on live and say, my ex-best friend is with my ex-girl, it was like, I'm not your ex. I'm Mr. Jackson's ex. I'm Mike's ex. I'm Mike McDonald's ex. Like, I had 3 men after him. So my thing as a woman was, I'm not your ex, bro. That was 4-5 years ago. So we had a conversation about, like, I called him and I was like, Donovan, listen, do you know I'm really not your ex? Like, stop saying that. So that's what it was for me. Like, all that April 2021 at our at our friend's birthday party, Muff, the best hair, Muff birthday party. It was like, I wasn't with you since 2017. So stop telling everybody your friend sleeping with your ex, and I would have never known you. Like, Jeremy is my friend. I met Jeremy in science class in '05. So that's what it was. Did we have a thing? Yes. Did he pursue me? Yes. But at the same time, it wasn't no bite, backbiting. It wasn't no evil stuff. It wasn't none of that. Me and you happened. And if anybody should have had a problem, it's Jackson should have had a problem, which was my ex-fiance. Anybody else before that, you don't have the right. So we'll talk about it later on episode 8. We love you, and I hope you're enjoying our story. See you at the top.